Bionic Gloves presents the Hands-On Golf Podcast, bringing anatomy and hand function to the forefront of glove design to improve comfort, fit, and performance. Bionic is a division of Hilrich & Bradsby Company, makers of Louisville Slugger bats and ball gloves. Bionic gloves are the only gloves designed by a leading orthopedic hand surgeon, Dr. Jim Kleinert.
Welcome everyone to this edition of the Bionic Gloves Hands-On Golf Podcast. My name is Chaz Rao. I am your host, and I'm back here again at the Crescent Hill Golf Course in Louisville, Kentucky. Now, we've been getting lots and lots of emails, so I'm going to get right into this one, and this one comes in from Ari. And he says, Chaz, I always hear TV commentators referring to tempo. Can you explain how it relates to the golf swing, and how does one practice to acquire perfect tempo? Well, we're going to speak with PGA Pro Barry Bonifield out here at the Crescent Hill Golf Course in Louisville, Kentucky, and he's going to answer that question for you. Now, thank you, Ari, first and foremost, for sending in your question. Now, we're going to send you a Bionic glove. Pretty cool. And if you'd like to participate in this podcast, please send an email, podcast@bionicgloves.com. Now, when you send your question, please include these things with it: your full name and address, what size you like, and whether you are right or left-handed. That way, we can get this out to you quicker. And as soon as the podcast is run, boom, we can fire the glove out to you, as opposed to firing back emails and back and forth and all that stuff. So if you can include all that information in there, it'll just make it quicker. You can get your glove, you can be on the course, you can be hitting better, you can be feeling better, and, you know, all is good. So thank you, everyone, for your never-ending support of this podcast. And one last thing, if you could do a favor for me, is go to bionicgloves.com/podcast, click on the survey button, and take the survey. By you taking that survey, it's going to give us a better understanding of who you are and how we can create a better podcast for you, the golfer. So now, let's go out on the course and speak with Barry on how we can figure out what is up with this tempo and our game. Hey, Barry.
Hi, Chaz. How are you?
Nice tempo there, if I must say so.
Oh, thank you.
Well, of course, the podcast deals with tempo, and it comes in from Ari. And he says that he hears a lot about tempo from the commentators when he's watching a golf tournament. What does that have to do with your golf swing or your game? Can you tell us a little bit about tempo?
Sure. Ari, what a great question, and thanks for asking that. In the golf lessons that I give Ari here in Louisville at Crescent Hill, tempo becomes such a gigantic criteria for success in the golf game. 2 or 3 reasons why. One being, great balance is virtually impossible without great tempo. Number 2, for the different parts in the golf swing to work together, you must have great tempo, or one of the chief elements of bad golf shots come into play, which is typically tempo related, and that's the casting of the golf club. And let me illustrate that for you, if I might. I'm going to hold this golf club up here, and I'm going to take my golf swing up to the top of my swing, and the club's going to go up here. If I hurry in my golf swing, I will typically go this way. And you can see I have now come over the top like this, as opposed to if I go a little slower with my tempo being better, the club then comes down on line and on plane. And if there's a magic move in golf, that's the magic move, and it's directly related to proper tempo. So you're on the right track with this. Now, one of the things I look for when I'm watching someone for good tempo is their finished position at the end of the golf swing. So when I'm taking a few swings or working on my own tempo, I will start the swing nice and small like this, and I want to feel my weight going from to my right leg and then forward to my left leg, to the right, to the left. Then I let the swing get bigger and bigger, and then finally it's up here at the top, and I should be balanced on the inside portion of my right leg. My right knee should never ever go to the right. I should be balanced on the inside of my right knee, and then let my weight fall into my left side, and then I'm going to try to move toward my left heel. Now if the golfer can hold this finish with their weight into their left heel on the outside of their left foot, and my right foot is totally vertical like this, then I know that tempo has been very, very good. And when people get too fast, their tempo throws everything off and their balance goes away, becomes very poor. Mark of a great golf swing and someone who's on their way to lower scores is great tempo, and it's certainly worth following. So do that drill I showed you where we start the swing very small and you feel your weight moving into your right side, into your left side, and then gradually lengthen your swing, and try to hold the finish on every swing that you do for at least 3 seconds at the conclusion of every shot. Your tempo will get better and your scores will too. Ari, thank you very much.